People that work on AI get paid bank.
Here are 8 ways to make money with AI today.
Salaries in AI are shooting through the roof. And here's what will be the most in-demand job in tech and AI.
What's up, Cyberhawks? So in today's video, we're going to be going over AI, and not just any AI, but we're going to be talking about AI salaries. Now, on the channel, we talked about, a lot of cybersecurity stuff, cybersecurity salaries and whatnot. But another big thing that's, actually here that you probably heard a lot about within the past probably 8-9 months is AI. And AI salaries are high. They are high. And it looks like they're going to continue going higher. So if you're able to find ways to implement your current tasks with AI, that's great. If you're able to learn something about AI that you can probably use within your current field, that is great. And it can actually come with perks of a higher salary. So let's go over some of the AI, stuff kind of going on salary wise, and let's see how much these people are actually getting paid. I'm definitely intrigued. If you're currently in some form of AI, leave how much you're currently making in the comments as well. I'm definitely intrigued. So let's go ahead and start with this first one.
Salaries in AI are shooting through the roof. And here's what will be the most in-demand job in tech and AI. So with the rise of AI, there's going to be a lot of shifting in terms of what people's roles are. AI is obviously going to be disruptive for software engineers with its ability to write code, going to be disruptive with marketing for its ability to help with content creation and various marketing tasks. The role that will be most needed is the AI product manager. Here's what that is. Over the next 5 years, every tech company will be hyper-focused on AI implementation into their products. But for AI to be useful, it actually needs to solve customers' problems. So this is where an AI product manager comes in. They work very closely with users to find problems that exist, and they shape and spec out product features to be built. Ultimately, the most successful companies over the next 5 years are the ones who will effectively introduce AI to solve customer problems. And because of that, AI product managers will be the most sought after job out there. I spend all my time building AI products and strategy, so I'll continue to be sharing all my best AI product management learning.
Okay, cool. AI product management, AI product manager. Let me look at the salary real quick, and I'll just show you guys too what is showing up. Share this tab. So yeah, we're getting 185,000 with the range between 150 to 234. So yeah, that is definitely up there. You got AI owner, even right there, AI researcher, 144 still, AI engineer. Interesting that the AI researcher, I guess I would have to see what they mean by researcher, but they're getting paid more than most of the engineers, at least from the Google's AI overview. I'm pretty sure once we look into the numbers as well, it may be slightly different, but cool. Yeah, it looks like that could be something that you guys could be interested in possibly doing if you're interested in the AI side of things. And it's like with the product manager side, you're not actually doing the technical stuff. You're more or less, again, like what he's talked about, talking with the customers. So yeah, I'm definitely intrigued to see the growth of that. Maybe something I might have to put on my radar, the product manager side on the AI side of things. But cool stuff. I'm intrigued to see what other career paths within AI that people feel will be the next big thing, within the next few years or so. But good stuff there. Let's go ahead and play this next one here. Let's see some of the other cool, careers within AI.
Here are 14 careers in AI and their median salaries. Data analyst with median salary of over 133,000, UX designer developer with median salary of over 77,000, natural language processing engineer with median salary of over 111,000, researcher with median salary of over 53,000, research scientist with median salary of over 123,000, software engineer with median salary of over 88,000, AI engineer with median salary of over 126,000, data mining and analysis with median salary of over 93,000, machine learning engineer with median salary of over 145,000, AI developer with median salary of over 92,000, robotics engineer with median salary of over 100,000, and computer vision engineer with median salary of 104,000.
Okay, cool. So yeah, they near all the median salaries were over 100,000. Let's just briefly go over some of the issues real quick. We got the big data analyst. Find meaningful patterns in data by looking at the past to help make predictions about the future. Okay, 133,000. I feel like I might look into that some more. I do like looking at numbers, looking at data like that. But interesting how to make predictions about the future. Okay. The median is not bad for that. I'm really intrigued to see more about the big data analyst. Interesting. UX, doing the UX design and all that. Okay, that was about 77,000. Again, that's still high. and you're still able to learn a lot. So that's cool. I was actually thinking about doing some type of UX design before I got into cyber side of things. Like I thought it was pretty cool. And I like the graphical side of things too, and finding ways to make it easier for everybody. Because I've been using like different UIs. You guys have as well, different user interfaces that are garbage, straight garbage, like super straight garbage. And it's like, who is paying these people all this money to have this garbage right here? I'm trying to find this and I can't even find it. I think Call of Duty, not the one that just came out, but like the one that came out, I think prior to it, or maybe 2 ones prior to it, had horrible UX design. Like the user interface on that is garbage. You couldn't find, like, I just remember I just had like so much difficulty finding like where I wanted to go. I want to go here, like maybe the team deathmatch or something. And you go through all the different menus. Like the menus look like it was like a Hulu menu. And Hulu, I guess menu work cool for like movies and stuff. But when you want to play a game, that type of design doesn't work. So yeah, I think that's cool right there. I think that's definitely something that you guys may want to look into if you were on that side of things. Natural language processing engineer. Okay. Suppose the connections, language, 111,000. Oh, researcher works with computer science and AI research to discover ways to advance AI technology. Okay, for that one, the median was about 53,000. I want to say earlier when we just looked, the AI researcher was like 144,000. So I wonder what year she's looking at versus the year the Google AI was looking at. Let's see what else. AI engineer, 126. Okay, yeah, I'm not surprised the engineers again, getting paid well. Data mining, okay, 93,000, still great. Cool. 119 for the data scientist, big data engineer, 142, robotics engineer, 100,000. So yeah, if you're young right now, like not in college, or maybe you just went to college, or hey, maybe if you've been in college for a year or two, you could look into actually transitioning over to some of the AI type of things. Now, also too, this is something that is an issue with college, because college is slower compared to like the actual real world. So I know that they do have cybersecurity programs now, but I don't think they actually have that much AI programs currently, again, which sucks. So if you're in school, you may not actually be able to take a whole AI course field or whatever and change your major to that. So you may have to look outside of that. You may have to go online and do like a lot of research outside of that. But if you have that time and patience and can, learn that now, you start doing some internships while you're still in school, I know you'll get paid well. I've seen people, again, in cybersecurity doing internships getting paid dang near $60,000 or like the equivalent of that based on how much they're getting paid per hour. So again, with the AI stuff, you can, make some really good money on the side. I feel like for sure, especially getting some of that experience. And then when you leave school, you'll be like, hey, yeah, I got 2 years, worth of experience during summers while I was in school. And that to give you a really big leg up having that experience versus somebody who doesn't have that experience. So cool stuff. I like seeing those numbers. I like seeing high numbers. Good stuff there. Let's go ahead and play this next one here about somebody who currently has an AI role.
Wait, how much money do you make a year in New York?
I make right around 200K in the city.
Is it cool if I ask you some questions? All right.
I'm an AI product manager for a big tech company.
How much money do you make?
200 total comp a year.
How would you describe what you do in one sentence?
Product management is working with data design, software, and business to deliver a product that your customers need and deserve.
How many years of experience do you have?
I've got 3 years of experience and 2 years of internships.
Where did you go to school?
I went to the University of Waterloo.
How old are you right now?
I am 26, turning 108 next year.
How many hours are you currently working?
Right around 50, and I usually put in a couple hours on a Sunday afternoon.
What do you like most about your job?
I find that when you do your customer research right, like asking questions and figuring out their jobs to be done and the problems that they're having with them, you can ship something that makes people go, hey, how have we not have this before?
What advice do you have for people who want to get into product management?
I think creating case studies is probably the best way to develop PM skills. Like picking a problem that's kind of near to you, interviewing other people and see if they have the same problems or how their problems are different. Having to develop a design and possibly software for that, and learning how to estimate or figure out how to validate your solution quickly, I think is amazing work to learn.
What's the biggest challenge you've faced so far?
I think there's always 50,000 things that you can do as a product manager, and really figuring out what's going to move the needle is probably the hardest thing in my day-to-day.
Do you need coding skills to become a product manager?
I think you need to understand it well enough to have a discussion about trade-offs and to be able to understand the cost of the various things that you're proposing.
Besides coding skills, what other skill sets would you recommend people to learn?
I think in general, product managers are here to bring clarity about what we need to do next. Design's a good one because it's like, hey, I think we should consider this flow, or I don't think this flow is working for these reasons. I think data is another good one. Like, hey, looking at our telemetry, I found this out, which means that we should either test this new design or we should do things differently.
What advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Reach out to professionals is super helpful as a high schooler. I would also really try to find other people who have a similar goal. They'll inspire you about what they do.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I think product management lends itself really well to becoming a founder. So I think doing something in the AI space would be cool as soon as I find a problem that excites me.
Oh, cool. So yeah, he's also within the AI product management. So yeah, again, that may be another thing to possibly look at as well. I don't think right now it's super like, I guess, prevalent within like mainstream society. So if you are interested in this, I think this would be a good time versus, you know, a year or two from now when this is like the thing and everybody's talking about it. Then that's when it's going to be whole lot harder. So right now actually may be a good time, kind of like with Bitcoin and like other cryptos. Sometimes it's like when nobody's talking about it, that's a really good time to get into it. But you know, when everybody was talking about it, it got super big, you know, prices were super high, and then it dropped and then people kind of dipped out. Now Bitcoin is rising in price. It's already, you know, increased by so much. So again, when it become prevalent again for mainstream society, that may be back, you know, when you may want to pause for a bit until, you know, that kind of dies down, you know, if you want to have it easier for yourself. So right now, I think it would be a good time. But yeah, it looks like, you know, like you getting paid pretty well. 200,000. Now this is in New York City, and you know, New York City is in New York, but prices over there are already high. So maybe the equivalent of that, maybe like 100, you know, maybe like mid to low 100,000 in like other smaller areas. But since he's in New York, I mean, 200,000 is still great. He'll still be able to live. But I think that also can affect, you know, how much you're currently making, depending on what area, you know, that you're in. And when we go over the medians on the other one, I didn't even think about that too, adding that in. Like, yeah, it definitely depends on where you're at. You get, you know, you're in California, you're probably gonna get paid differently than if you were like Arizona, for example, on a lot of these jobs. So, you know, it kind of just some food for thought too. So maybe you might look into maybe something more remote related. So you have a less likelihood of, you know, having your price or having your salary decrease. So let's go ahead and play the next one here. Let's see what she's talking about. Maybe her journey, maybe.
Progression in every role that I've had working in AI and ML. So in 2019, I had my first internship, and that was a data science internship working at a really small financial firm, and I was making $15 an hour. 2020, the next summer, I was working for a lab, which I was not expecting to get paid at all. Somehow they had this grant that means that I got paid, and I got paid $18 an hour. I ended up working for the full year through like my junior year of college, and I got a raise like about halfway through to $20 an hour, which was very exciting. Then in 2021, I got my first like real corporate internship as a data scientist, and that was $50 an hour. So in 2022, when I graduated, I accepted a full-time offer for that same role. And my offer for that was $110K with a $30K sign-on bonus. Because I was part of a program, everything was standardized. So a couple weeks later, I actually got a call back from my recruiter, and she said that my package had been increased. I assume this is because someone else like negotiated it, but they had to give it to everybody else. They told me they did some market research. So my actual starting salary ended up being $125 base with a $30K sign-on bonus, and then a guaranteed $15K bonus at the end of the year. For 2023, my base salary was $130K, and I got that $15K signing bonus in like January or February of 2023. This year, 2024, I'm currently making $135K, and I had an end of year bonus from last year of $25K that I got February of this year. So my total comp this year is $160K as someone who has 2 years of experience working in AI ML. Start learning your data science, work on your projects, follow along for tips.
Cool. So yeah, I like, you know, while she's still in school, still applying for, you know, jobs, getting that internships during the summertime and whatnot, and using that for when you do leave college and able to have a higher shot versus somebody who doesn't have any type of experience. So hopefully this is again a great way to show you like, hey, while you're still in school, that is a great time to try to get some type of internships, try to get that knowledge right then and there. Man, like again, I didn't even know about all this. Like I like it sucks because I didn't even like know like I should have been doing this. I should have been really working toward like internships and different stuff like that. So take something that I wish I would have done. I wish I would have learned. But that's something I will be able to teach my kids, hopefully their kids too. Like, or like if they end up going to college, yeah, I don't know how college is going to be like in 20 years from now. It can be crazy. Either it could be outrageous, or it could be maybe free. Like I really have no idea how it'll be in 20 years from now, or 20 plus years from now. However, I will tell them about while you're still in school, working towards those internships if you can, and or like creating like some type of personal brand as well, like online, with maybe YouTube or something along those lines. I'm saying that now. I guess in 20 years, we'll see how the future is. Maybe everybody has a digital profile, and maybe that is the normal. Maybe I had to teach them something else that may be out of the norm. But right now, again, that's not normalized. You creating your own profile, YouTube, and people seeing you do content, seeing you troubleshoot. Again, they could be maybe more normalized next 10, 15 years. But that may be something I'll teach them on that. But yeah. While you're still in school, that's a great time to get that experience. A lot of people are looking for college people. So that's a great time to get some of that internship, get paid. Like she was saying, she was getting paid during this. And you're in tech, so you're going to be getting paid. You have a higher chance of getting paid pretty good money per hour versus like other fields while you're doing internships. So, hey, take that extra money. You can turn up after you're done, with your internships, and save up the rest, use that to, jumpstart yourself after you leave from college. But great job there. Look like they're getting paid very good. And I like the bonuses on that. I definitely like the bonuses on that. And let's go ahead and play this last video here. Somebody else who's also in AI.
ML field. I'm a data scientist as well.
How much do you make?
Right now I'm at 150. I've been doing it for about 5 years. I actually started in traffic and highway engineering, like civil engineering. Ended up going to a boot camp because I realized I was doing a lot of work on autonomous vehicles and I didn't know the software side. So I ended up working by day as a traffic engineer and studying AI ML at night. I ended up uploading a lot of my work on LinkedIn, and it went viral because this was like 5 years ago and nobody knew about AI. Right, yeah. A job recruiter reached out to me, said, come to BWI, right? Yeah, for a job fair. I got hired on the spot from the Navy. I got a clearance and stuff like that, and I've been working my way up ever since then.
Any advice that you would share with others who are interested in doing what you do? Like, what worked for you?
Don't have imposter syndrome. You can do it. There's so many resources online that you can get, and just put yourself out there, even at events like this. Stay busy. Diamonds are made under pressure.
Did you know that data scientists are the most sought after AI job on the market right now? And it's not just tech companies hiring them. Companies hiring data scientists who specialize in AI span multiple different industries, including finance, media, and the government. If you want to break into data science, visit the link in our bio to explore a list of 17 different data science certifications.
Cool. I think this is also a great one to end it on. And first off, you're getting paid, I guess, pretty well, 150K. Other girl had 2 years of experience and was getting paid, I think, around that too. He had 5 years experience, but like they were like in obviously different companies. And he worked with the Navy. I'm not sure if he's still working with the Navy or not, but he does have his clearance, and that alone will allow you to do a lot of jobs that other people aren't able to, just because they don't have that that clearance. So getting paid maybe slightly less for that clearance, I think is I think it's actually still great because you're getting that clearance, and that can be worth hundreds of thousands, maybe not even millions. I guess depending on what path you end up going throughout the years. Now, another big thing I saw from this, again, what I've been talking about, is creating your digital your digital platform. Like he was posting stuff on LinkedIn. It's like some of his work that he was doing, and then that ended up going viral. He was able to get a job like that. Like you can still get jobs that way right now. If you're documenting your processes, posting this on your YouTube, posting this on your TikTok, posting this on your Twitter, posting this on your LinkedIn, people are actually out here looking. And if one of those hit and become viral, that can be your ticket to making that 100K plus job right now. Like you could be struggling right now, and literally you out here networking or online networking like this, posting your stuff, posting your content, posting your journey, it can help you out and get you in a great place that you're pretty much set for the rest of your life, as long as you continually grinding or learning and just, enjoying the path, enjoying the growth. So yeah, I think that was great right there. Hopefully, guys, if you haven't already, if you've been applying to jobs and you haven't got anything, hopefully you have started some type of documentation, maybe started a YouTube channel, GitHub, maybe even on your LinkedIn, kind of just posting your content, getting people used to you as a person. So you're just not like just not like a regular name or just a number, but putting yourself as a person there, and that can get you higher up compared to other people and allow you to hopefully get that next job. But yeah, I'm liking the AI stuff right now. The AI machine learning definitely got me intrigued. I know I started taking I want to say it was the AI course from Azure or from Microsoft for their Azure platform. And I guess I didn't, it was just like so much other stuff kind of going on. And I didn't really like continue taking like the practice stuff on it. But I actually may have to go back and at least get the fundamentals out the way. And yeah, maybe I might get love for it even more. But yeah, seeing them salaries definitely got me interested for sure. And just the fact that, you're going to be shaping the future a lot because, AI, yeah, it's becoming just more normalized in like everything, in our day-to-day life. And I don't think it's going to decrease. I think it will continue to increase. And I think right now it's probably a good time to get into it. AI did kind of become popular within the mainstream for a bit. I seem like it died down as well right now. However, I think it's going to kind of be maybe similar to like cybersecurity. Like, man, I want to say like maybe like the last 2 years or so, it was like very big. Everything was cybersecurity. And now it's harder to get into it. I think right now with the AI, I think it hasn't got to that point yet where everybody's trying to apply to it. So I think this is a great time to start studying it and getting to it now versus maybe a year, 2, 3 years from now when everybody maybe starts applying to AI jobs. Then that may become a whole lot harder. So if you have already been grinding right now, get that experience right now, I think you have a higher shot. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. He said, under pressure, that's how diamonds are created. Become that diamond. See you guys in the next one. Peace.